Now, I want to talk a little bit
And
about
actually, he is the choice. Mark
Roland
Fisher
Martin
is that individual. Mark joins us right now on the
talking
show. Mark, glad to have you
to
here. So first and foremost, when you made an assessment about this campaign, and you basically said
a
nobody.
black woman, a Black Lives Matter leader. Okay, so since then, it came out that he's not a Black Lives Matter leader. He's never been a Black Lives Matter founder. And see, this goes to show you about Roland Martin. He did not investigate this. Now, I even heard Trump saying, "Oh, he's so happy that this man of Black Lives Matter is supporting him." Even had as far to say he loves the man. Uh okay, his name was Mark Fisher, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter of Rhode Island. But the Black Lives Matter came out with a statement saying he is not and never have been a co-founder. Is this as good as we're going to get? And this is what he
Right.
says.
Okay. Explain.
Well, I mean, it's self-explanatory. Everybody else sucks, I said, to quote myself. And, when you look at who we have sitting in the White House right now, I said he's a deep disappointment. He's let me down. He's let my community down. The whole Democratic Party is a complete disappointment. And
Okay.
I think
Now, he said the man in the White House, a Democrat, has let him down, his community down. The whole Democratic Party has let him down. Roland Martin did not interrupt him and asked him, what has the Republicans done for you? Okay. Now, Trump was in office for 4 years. How did that help you? Okay. How did that let you down? And he did not bring up all the stuff that the Democrats have done. Gave you Obamacare. A lot of people can now get health aid. Trying to make this world a better, healthy country, better clean air, and a better future for our kids. He didn't bring that up. Okay. And the most important thing is, you as a black person, when has any president or party ever been there for us? Tell me. No, he
a
didn't
deep
do that.
disappointment.
Big disappointment.
He's let me down. He's let my community down. The whole Democratic Party is a complete disappointment. And I think that as an independent, I will endorse Donald Trump as the best candidate that we have.
Why is he the best?
See,
Well, because
he asked him, how is he the best?
Somebody who I would consider a strong man. I consider him somebody who would give us respect on the world stage.
You say we don't have respect on the world stage?
I feel like it's waning. I feel like
it's what?
I feel like it's when we have somebody like Joe Biden as the head of state representing us globally, I don't think it's the same as if it's Donald Trump representing us.
President Joe Biden was able to pull back the NATO coalition, which Donald Trump actually splintered during his 4 years. That played a role in terms of what we see happening with Ukraine and Russia. We have also seen, again, European leaders talk about his leadership. So explain that, because obviously international leaders had except for the dictators, they had a totally different view of the foreign policy of the United States under Trump and Biden.
Well, fundamentally, they both come from a different perspective. When you look at somebody like Donald Trump, he's America first. Make America great again. Joe Biden is a globalist from a globalist camp.
How is Trump America make it great again? When if you look at Donald Trump, even before he got in, he's been doing business all across the country, doing Saudi Arabia, doing China, and all of his deals since they got out of the White House. So how is he a make America first when that's not how he's operated in his business all of these years?
Okay, well, when you look at the persecution that he's facing, 91 felonies. 91.
So what? You say he should have been indicted?
That's not what I said. I said
no, you call it persecution, so which means that he is being targeted. How is he being persecuted?
Well, Letitia James ran on getting Trump.
Oh,
that
brother.
was her whole campaign.
That's all they do.
We're gonna get Trump.
You want to get the bad people. That's your job.
Has already ruled against them that they actually were inflating the value of their property.
Okay.
Now the trial is going on. No, but you said he's being persecuted. How is he being persecuted? Is he being persecuted in Georgia where 3 of his attorneys, they actually have already pled guilty in that particular case for their role in the 2020 presidential election in Georgia?
Yes, they did. They pled guilty.
Right. So how's he being persecuted, though?
Because they're trying to use them to get him.
No. How is he being persecuted? Did he not, based upon, according to District Attorney Fonnie Willis, that Donald Trump tried to get officials in Georgia to, frankly, change the results of the election?
Look, I could get you to jump off a bridge or to try to jump off a bridge. And if you jump off a bridge, am I responsible?
Okay. All right, that's enough of that idiotic talk. You know what? See, right then, I would have had to say, okay, you can go now. Because I see I'm talking to a complete idiot. Okay? Because he's going to come up with this scenario. If I talk you into jumping off a bridge and you jump off, it's not my fault. Oh, my goodness. And he's sitting up there with the same talking points that these Republicans and Fox News and all these other Republican stations say. He's not saying anything unique or anything of his thoughts. He is saying the same things that they're saying. So, pretty much, if Donald Trump tells you that he did nothing wrong, but he clearly did, it's not your fault for believing what Donald Trump says. Oh. And he studied, but he did not ask the most important question. What did they do for you? Because all these people know how to do is talk about the talking points that they say, so they don't have to really tell what they really think, because really their thinking has been brainwashed. A strong leader, and when he said gonna make America great again, why didn't Roland ask him, when was America great? Why are we scared of the truth? Why are we scared to tell the truth? You know why? Because the truth is not beneficial. The truth is not lucrative. The truth can get you killed. The truth can destroy your life, your family relationships. That's why we are swimming in lies. And a few people that want to hear the truth can't hear the truth. So they just die, never knowing the truth. And the problems that we are facing that are becoming more and more and more problems is because the answer is simple. The answer is going to be really hard to face. Just like, okay, a lot of times they like to bring up the Civil War. That all that damage and carnage and tragedy had to be done to get rid of slavery. Did it? No. The answer was slavery. The answer was simple. But they did not want it to be. They did not want it to be simple. All they had to do was just recognize that it was wrong and stop. But they figured that they had to defend their state's right to own people. All the answers, all these wars, then and now, why they couldn't be settled without all of this pain and suffering. Because it's too simple. It's just too simple. They don't know how to talk. Just like people out here that will kill you over a parking space. They don't know how to talk to one another. They can't talk without getting angry, so angry that they rather see you dead, your family dead. They rather see everything that looks like you dead because they are so angry. And where's that anger coming from? You have religious people that will say, oh, it's the devil. You have people say, oh, it was mentally ill. A lot of that is true. But it all boils down to the white man. The white man's the devil, and the white man is mental ill. They started it, mental illness. Because before the white man came, we didn't have no mental institutions. We didn't need them. We took care of our people that needed help. We cared about them. The family supported one another. The family took care of people that was born that was special and needed help. We didn't need no jails because it wasn't enough people doing crimes to have to build a jail. Because I ask the question all the time, what came first, the mental illness or the mental hospital? What came first, the jail or the crime? They built jails to put people in that they didn't like. They made mental hospitals for people they didn't like. And with doing that down the years, it just came a thing. Oh, we don't have to take care of them. We can just put her in the hospital. And then they start getting rich. You know, the state was giving them money to take care of these kids, these people. So start building these hospitals all over the place. And then not too long ago, maybe about 20 years ago, they started closing them for some apparent reason and just letting the people just live out in the street. And like I said, it all boils down to one thing. Get the white man out of power and the world would be okay. Black people can start being looked after by black people. And white people can probably get back to their senses because they won't have all these white leaders telling them that they're better than others, that they need guns to protect themselves. But nobody's going to say that. And we did it to ourselves when we was freed by the white man. We wanted too much too fast. We was in a big hurry to go live in a mansion, wear nice clothes, sit at the restaurants with the white people and eat their food, go in their stores and buy their clothes, go to their schools. We was in a hurry to do that. Instead of being collectively united and do what we needed to do to guarantee the next generations will be better. Okay? Have a better life. We should have been working, building, and saving. We should have been living in shacks, walking, making our own clothes, growing our own food, and saving our money and building a better future for our children. And of course, we didn't do that. So this is what we have. This is what we stuck with now. Our young ones ravaging, being just criminal minded, not having nowhere to go, not having any say on the world stage, limiting dying on the street, being slaughtered by one another and the police, in jail for years. You have 17-year-olds going to jail for the rest of their life. And it's all because we wanted so much so fast. And we didn't want to tell the truth. And the truth was, we have to get back what was lost and what was stolen. We have to get our power back. Because these white people are nothing but thieves and criminals. They took this country from the Indians. And then they took us from our country. And now we're stuck in this godforsaken country, being ruled by monsters. And every day we are taught that Africa is a horrible place, and it's not. And then we are told to go back to our country. They are good for telling people to go back to your country if you don't like it. And they are the main ones on the microphone talking about how bad it is here. But they tell us to go back. Somebody tell the truth. Really, somebody tell the truth. I'm so sick and tired of these mothers and fathers get on TV boo-hooing after their child gets up, which is a sad, sad thing. Tell them they forgive the person that killed their son. Are you serious? They can't tell the truth because it won't get on the news. And we can't really hear what's really going on in our neighborhood because these major news channels, they don't care about what's going on in our neighborhood or what's going on in our life. Only time we hear about black people is either a crime being committed or a death or a murder, or on the light end, it's an athlete that made a good touchdown or something. They'll talk about it for about 2 minutes and then that's it. Why we don't have a news station? It is 2023, about to be 2024, and we still don't have a news channel or a news radio station. Why is that? Even on YouTube, you have all kind of white people with YouTube stations. Got 1 million subscribers. And all they talk about is motherfucking Trump and white people. Why we don't have one? And this Roland Martin, he has 1.16 million subscribers. Okay, and this one about the BLM, 503,000 views. And he's the only one. Now this one, Roland Martin goes one-on-one with Dr. Umar. This happened 6 years ago. And he haven't had a show like this since. It had 6.9 million views. Okay.
Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
They
Listen
continue
to
denounce this individual who has claimed to be a leader of BLM and endorsed Donald Trump. Now, I have some words to say about this personally. I've been waiting to get back in the air chair to do so. Naturally, we invite the young man to come on to the program anytime in the bullpen, anytime on Indisputable.
Oh, he ain't coming on no more shows because he.
This is my favorite story of the day because it identifies with what I've seen in the barbershop. All the brothers, for some reason right now, are turning tides right now. And I just wonder, what is the big reason?
I think personally it's the duplicity of the Democrats.
The
hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
The brothers are not stupid. We understand when someone's for us and when someone is not. and it's obvious that the Democratic Party is not for us.
You're not saying the entire Republican Party. You're saying Donald Trump. So what is it about Donald Trump? Is it the economics? You noted the black family. What is it going to take for him to shore up this support amongst black voters?
A lot of people are misinformed. They don't really understand because they don't educate themselves on Donald Trump as a person and his history. But if they do that, and it's going to take, leaders, educated leaders, getting the word out there, I think that it'll happen on its own, and it'll be organic because, personally, I love the man.
Why did you end up leaving Black Lives Matter? Or are you still affiliated with it?
No, I'm still affiliated with it. My message that I preach and that I tout is unity. It's a message of unity. It's unity driven. I want to bring together all the marginalized groups from the margins and bring them to the center because we're stronger together as a one nation under indivisible under God.
All right. I'm going to tell you what the people at Black Lives Matter, what they have to say. But before I do that, I wanted to make sure, let's put up the picture full mass. I want to make sure I provide some policy dynamics. Politics is a policy game. If you engage in politics without understanding that, you are already manipulated, number one. Number two, politics is messy. When you decide to say yes to the Republicans, have the same level of integrity as you had for saying no to the Democrats. If you're saying that Democrats are racist or their policies are antithetical to black people, which, by the way, I agree. I agree that many Democratic policies are antithetical. We bring them out right here on the show. But to then try to sell to the nation, try to sell to black people that somehow Republican policies create an advantage for black people. There's a reason, dear brother, that while you endorse Donald Trump has never endorsed Black Lives Matter. There's a reason for that. You need to stop endorsing people who refuse to endorse you. He will not represent your policy agenda, nor will he represent mine. But some homework for you to do, sir. Household median income fell under the presidency of Donald Trump for black Americans. Employment ratio, the actual earned ratio of employment utilizing the U6 rating system fell under Donald Trump. College money dried up under Donald Trump. High school graduation of black children decreased under Donald Trump. The list.
Okay, the list goes on. But the main focus is, now he was talking to a black man. This is so crazy. Obvious. This man going to get on Fox News and they're going to make sure it's a black person that is interviewing him. And he's talking about, oh yes, this is what I be hearing in the barber shop. That black men are finally, getting the message that Trump is the man for them. Yes, it is black men out here that think that. The same black men that most of us black women would not even touch. Okay? Wow. Okay, now this is another Black Commentary. I'm not going to call it news because news stations have journalists that goes out and get information. We don't have that. This is a commentary that don't worry about it. That have a good following, not that much, and is part of the TYT community. He's not doing this on his own. He is employed of the TYT. In dispute. And he has some good people on there, and I don't mind him telling how he feels. But when you start talking about the Democrats do have some failed policies, tell me who did? Who did? Okay? And then they love to bring up, well, Lincoln was a Republican. Okay, back then Republicans were black people. And the Democrats were the KKK. Now, somehow, we have let these people turn the channels so we can be having this conversation. It was the Democrats. Now we're Democrats. Oh, boy, we are so vulnerable, naive, and weak. Now, this, the inscrutable TYT. Mark Fisher. Okay, now let's get to what the see. And I am not a supporter of the BLM. I'm gonna say that right now, because for one thing, I seen it for what it was. People out there, when they start doing all that protesting and all that rioting and stuff, and people getting killed and going to jail for what? How many black men have gotten killed by the police since George Floyd? And the ones before George Floyd. And they was making money. Oh, because I was seeing all this stuff everywhere. Earrings, shirts, pants, hats. Black Lives Matter. Oh, they making bukus of money. All these signs. And then it came out that this lady that was head of it, she had so much money, she bought a mansion, cars. I didn't like it from the get-go. Because anything that's gonna get people, and it didn't help nothing. It ain't changed one iota. One thing has changed or gotten better. So, with that being said, let's hear what the Black Lives Matter said.
I can also provide these data points for you under Democratic presidents at large. Black families' incomes have grew.
Okay.
And much more. Thank you, Mark. One by one, I can knock those policies down. Trump said to defund and decrease funding for educational talent search. The federal TRIO program, you know it is upward bound. There's a whole lot of first-time college students in urban communities that dried up under his presidency. Democrat, because then this person says we're slaves. No, he wants you to think like him. And if you don't think like him, you must be a slave. But the truth is, if you think like him just because he tells you to, that is enslavement of the mental parameter. BLM, that's it.
Okay.
And he has paid, and he was paid, and somewhere he got fired and demoted. Fisher finds himself embroiled in controversy with many in the official Black Lives Matter movement, painting him as an imposter. He is listed as the founder of BLM Inc., a separate, independent entity that purported to represent the broader Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, now see, that's what happened. Yeah, that happens all the time. That's just like what happened with the the Black Panthers. People start opening up their own chapter, trying to do things their way, and the unity, and the police was able to get in there and infiltrate them, and had them fighting against each other, going separate ways, and then their achievement was made. It was disintegrated. But you still have the new one, but what are they doing? They're not protecting nobody. They're not doing what the founders did. Okay. So, this is what happened. He got mad because they kicked him out and they told him about itself. And now he wants to turn and try to jump on that Trump train so he can get some of that Trump train money. Because you see now, he's getting on Fox News. Now they're going to start paying him to go to his rallies and go out there and try to induce black men. He's getting ready to make some money.
Fisher, a relatively unknown former staffer with a new loose-knit connection on the national stage.
Mm-hmm.
He's the pawn. The website for BLM Inc. states the group is, quote, not affiliated with any of the Black Lives Matter movement. Can I say that again? Not affiliated, Donald Trump, while you're appreciating Black Lives Matter for endorsing it. He's not affiliated. We don't know this cat. He's not from us. The Black Lives Matter Foundation also sought to discredit Fisher, calling him a political operative who was trying to pull an obvious publicity stunt. And once again,
and see, and that's what they do, because you got a lot of them on TikTok that is supporting it's supporting Trump, and they're getting a lot of views because, see, Trump people, they love people that support their leader. So they're going to give you money. They're going to give you a spotlight. And that's all that matters. They making money. They're getting on Fox News. They're getting all these views, and TikTok is, and they're supporting your channel so you can get some money. Because if you say nice things about Trump, they love you. But if you don't, they're going to talk about you. Because I said something about Trump. And, man, I was getting all kind of bad comments. And I had over 1,000 views just within 24 hours. Yeah. But I took it off. I took it off. Because I'm not that. That's not what I. It wasn't that I was scared, because what you scared of? It's just that I don't appreciate people talking like that, and I don't. Because some people just get off on that. That just makes their day to be able to say stuff like that. Like they defended this man that wouldn't spit on him if they was on fire. And as far as this Mark Fisher, somebody got to him. Yeah, one of them supporters of Trump got to him. And why in the world would Trump even talk about Black Lives Matter when he had said all those terrible things about him? That just goes to show you people will do anything to get in power and stay in power. And these stupid people out here let them get away with it. Oh boy. Okay. Thank you for listening.
No way.